Welcome along to Bishan Stadium here in Singapore for this fixture on matchday 3 of the AFC Champions League Two 2025-26 season between the host Tampines Rovers and Pohang Steelers of Korea Republic. Another step on the journey towards continental glory for the sides. This match is taking place in Group H in the East region of the competition. A group which is being led by Tampines Rovers on goal difference, one ahead of the opposition this evening, Pohang Steelers. Both sides with wins from their first two games of the competition. BG Batom United of Thailand are third, ahead of Kaya of the Philippines, also on goal difference, with both sides still looking for their first point of this campaign. Hot, humid, sticky evening in Singapore. Temperature at 32 degrees Celsius, 58% humidity, although it feels a lot higher than that. No rain today, although it has been pretty cloudy in spells. There's not much of a breeze as well blowing across the ground. How much of an impact will these weather conditions have on the opposition? It'll be interesting to see how the Pohang players deal with the weather here in Singapore, although it is something similar to what they will have experienced previously on their trip to Thailand to take on BG Batom United, so it won't be too unfamiliar for them, even if they are coming from cooler temperatures back home between 11 to 18 degrees Celsius, and with slightly lower humidity at this stage of the year as well. It's something that their head coach Park Tae-ha spoke about prior to this match. So it's enough of a concern and something they will have to take into consideration. An aspect to keep note of, especially as the game progresses and if the score is in favor of the home side. We are back at Bishan Stadium for this game, a venue which is normally the home ground of Tampines' local rivals, the Lion City Sailors. Fixtures in this competition for Singapore clubs taking place at this ground, while returfing works go on at Jalan Besar Stadium, with that ground seeing a change of surface from artificial to natural grass over the next few months. It is a good playing surface here at Bishan. The likes of Trent Bahagia and co at Tampines Rovers, and for the players in that Pohang Steelers lineup, Pek Sung Dong amongst the talent be out on display in just a few moments. One of the best playing surfaces in the country, although it is a little dry ahead of this match, so that is something that could also affect the pace of play in terms of the passing game of these teams. Sprinklers have been switched on prior to kickoff, so that could help somewhat. In general, though, there shouldn't be any complaints from the players or coaches here with the quality of the pitch. This venue also hosted the AFC Champions League Two final last season between the Lion City Sailors and Sharjah FC.
The teams of FC Pohang Steelers from Korea Republic and Tampines Rovers FC from Singapore.
This is the first meeting between these sides, and that is part of the beauty of this competition. An opportunity for clubs from established footballing nations on the continent to come up against different styles and traveling to different venues to experience the varying environments across Asia. The same can be said for teams like Tampines Rovers as well. It's not often they get the chance to play against the continent's big guns, test themselves against top quality opposition at this level. Tampines Rovers have come up against opposition from Korea Republic previously in the AFC Champions League when they faced off against Jeonbuk Hyundai in the 2021 season. That was in back-to-back games. Didn't end well for Tampines, two heavy defeats, a 9-0 followed by a 4-0 win for Jeonbuk. A tough experience for Tampines, who are playing in their first AFC Champions League group stage campaign. They aren't strangers to continental football, though. Tampines are making their 15th appearance at this level. They have plenty of experience when it comes to this competition. This is their second consecutive campaign in AFC Champions League Two. Tampines did make it into the quarterfinals of the AFC Cup on 4 occasions, with their last appearance in that round coming in 2016. Since then, though, they have failed to make it out of the group. although things have started very positively for them this season. 2 wins from the opening 2 fixtures. They are coming up against a very strong side in Pohang Steelers, team with plenty of pedigree and history when it comes to Asian football. One of the giants of the game on the continent, several appearances in the top-tier competitions across the years, making their debut in this season's AFC Champions League Two campaign. Yellow Knights fan club of Tampines Rovers in attendance this evening at Bishan Stadium. A few fans from Pohang Steelers as well. On the far side of the ground. Excited to see their heroes in action. Well, let's have a look at the lineups, beginning with Tampines Rovers. They have made 2 changes from their last outing in this competition. Number 5, Amirul Adli, comes into the side at right back to replace Irfan Najib. Number 19, Joel Chu, also picks up a start this evening. He replaces Koya Kazama, who isn't in the matchday squad. He is a player whose qualities in possession they will miss. Tara Ndao, Irfan Najib, Saifullah Akbar, and Zikos Vasilios Chua among some of the options on the bench for Tampines if required. Match officials for this fixture are all from Iraq. Referee for this one is Zayed Tamir Mohammed. It's his first game of this season's competition, but his 4th overall. And also 9 games as a referee when it was known as the AFC Cup. Isn't afraid to use his cards if needed. He will be assisted by Haidar Abdul Hassan Ali Ubaidi and Amir Dawood Al Windawi. 4th official is Mohanad Kasim Ese Sarai. This is the starting lineup for Pohang Steelers. Pak Teha has, for the most part, made use of some young talent and fringe squad players for the group stage, and that remains the case for this fixture. He has made just 2 changes from the last game in this competition. Number 13, Kang Min Jun, comes into the lineup alongside number 70, Huang So-ung. There's no place in the matchday squad for the players they've replaced in the side, as Kim Dong-jin and Lee Chang-woo miss out on the trip to Singapore. Both those players were involved in the domestic league at the weekend for Pohang Steelers. They don't have Lee Ho-jae, who is their top scorer with 15 goals in the league. No Obadan, the midfielder in this side, who is their 2nd highest goal scorer in the domestic competition. Jorge Teixeira also not available for this fixture. And Ki Sung-young is also yet to feature for Pohang Steelers in the group stage of this competition. The players who have been given an opportunity to impress have done so. They are favourites in this group for a reason, and it will be a tough test for Tampines Rovers. One of these 2 sides will be losing their 100% record, maybe both, if this ends in a draw. Welcome along to Bishan Stadium here in Singapore for this fixture on matchday 3 of the AFC Champions League 2 2025-26 season between the host Tampines Rovers and Pohang Steelers of Korea Republic. Early chance potentially for Tampines, off to a dream start, just 16 seconds in. Hide Higashikawa has opened the scoring. Incredible Incredible! Have a look at the reaction of matchday. Not much of a reaction from Noor Rahman. He knows there's still a long way to go in this. But what a start for the Singapore side. And just like that, they are in front. Might be the quickest goal this tournament has seen. What a finish from Hide Higashikawa. A long ball over the top. Takes it past Jonathan Potamitis. And then puts it away very nicely past Yun Pyung-guk. And that is the first goal that Pohang Steelers have conceded in this season's competition. That's Higashikawa's second goal of this season's tournament. Also scored against BG Pathum United on match day 2. This fixture taking place in Group H of the East region of the competition. A group being led by Tampines Rovers on goal difference. Now in terms of the live standings, they are 3 points clear. Both these sides with wins from their first 2 matches this season's tournament. Tampines Rovers with that setup. They sit a little bit deeper in that 4-4-2 out of possession. Trying to limit the spaces for Pohang Steelers. Shock to the system for Pohang. They will have to very quickly get themselves into some sort of rhythm. Jonathan Potamitis hasn't played too much on the domestic front. Has been a regular for the side in this competition. This one for Baek Sung-dong. Picks it up, first time cross. It's a long time in the air. Fox puts it away from his area. There is Noor Rahman, the 45-year-old head coach of Tampines Rovers, a former Singapore international. 88 caps for his country. Just his 6th game as a head coach since taking over from Akbar Nawas in the middle of September. The opposite bench, Pak Tae Ha, 57-year-old. His 90th match as the head coach of Pohang Steelers in all competitions since being appointed in December of 2023. Pak Tae Ha, a Pohang Steelers legend. One club man as a player. Also played for Korea Republic. He was Korea Republic's assistant coach from 2007-2011. In his playing days, won 2 Asian Club Championships with Pohang Steelers as a player. Trying to lead them to glory in AFC Champions League Two. Corner for Pohang Steelers. Good response to going a goal down. Just 16 seconds in. First goal that Tampines Rovers scored against opposition from Korea Republic. And scored the 2 fixtures against John Book in the AFC Champions League Elite 2021 campaign. Found the back of the net through Hide Higashikawa. He's off to a very strong start since joining the club. What to do from this set piece? Hit it in, easy for Shazwan. It's Lee Dong-hee. Direct that towards the far post, meeting the delivery. Have to be a lot better with their marking. Tampines Rovers. Lee Dong-hee with plenty of space to get his head on that delivery. So as expected, Pohang Steelers dominating possession. It's something they've done in this competition against Kaya FC and BG Pathum United of Thailand. Only scored 3 goals, but it could have been a lot more with the chances they've created in those matches. Su-ung, the number 17 central midfield. It's Potamaitis, gets it out wide. The cross comes in from Kang Min-jun. One of the players in this side who gets regular minutes on the domestic front. With 24 appearances in the K-League this season. As Potamaitis. Lee Dong-hee. Kang. Fox with the header. Clears lines. Quick shot back in. Tampines defense under pressure straight away. Kang Hyun-jae with the effort, going just wide. Takes it down well, just cuts across it. 23-year-old. It's well wide in the end. Joined Pohang Steelers in January of 2023 from Sangji University. He's made just 35 appearances for Pohang in all competitions since joining. 13 of them coming in the top flight this season with 1 goal. Yet to score in this season's competition. Lee Dong-hee. Well tracked by Fox, giving it straight back to Pohang. Pak Sun-dong. Shah there on the cover. In behind Takeshi Yoshimoto, who's playing at left back for Tampines Rovers. Here's where they can be dangerous. Trent Bahagia. He's got plenty of pace to burn. Space to push into. And for Glenn Quay, who's quick as well on the opposite side. Rapid wingers, and as we saw with the opening goal from Hide Higashikawa, very quick centre forward as well. It's Trent Bahagia. He's been scoring goals for fun for Tampines since joining the club. Interestingly, yet to score in the Singapore Premier League. He has 3 goals in this competition from his 2 appearances so far. There's Joel Chu, one of the number of Singapore internationals in this side. Chance for Pohang to break. There's Kang, defended by Joel Chu, takes it off Kang Hyun-jae. Sega Sumi, back to Fox. There's an opportunity to try and get a spell of possession going at Tampines. A quick goal was a long pass over the top for Higashikawa to chase. Actually seen them have much of the ball so far. Opening 9 minutes of this contest. Sumi touched on to Amirul Adli. Here's Bahagia. Switching flanks with Glenn Quay just for the moment. Sega Sumi brought in as a replacement for Kyoga Nakamura, Singapore international who's left the club to go and play in Thailand. He's a key player for the side in central midfield, alongside Shah Shahiran, number 8 for Tampines Rovers. Forming a decent understanding with his new partner in central midfield. Here's Shah. Hyun-seo is inside Pak Sun-dong. Seems to be given quite a bit of freedom to roam just in off that left-hand side is Beck. He's Potamaitis, Australian in central defence. Caught out by Higashikawa in the lead up to that goal. Potamaitis. Kang goes inside to Huang. Hong So-ung. Kim Jong-woo. Lee Dong-hyuk. Shah, always there to help out his side defensively. Just protecting that back line. Shah Shahirani reads the game very well. Doesn't shirk his defensive responsibilities. Looking to step out here. Get some support from Higashikawa, just to force Pohang Steelers to retreat. Lee Dong-hee will start again as they recycle. Search for another way through. Plenty of time yet left in this contest. It's looking like this is very much how it will go. Tampines just sitting back, getting a hit on the counter. Pohang seeing a lot of the ball, being asked to break them down. Kang Min-jun. Lee Dong-hee. That's pro Potomitis. So it's a good pass. Run on the outside. Cleared away by Fox again. And Jae-jun, who's playing in that centre forward position for Pohang Steelers. Opportunity just drifting out onto the left hand side. Receive that pass. Han Hyun-so. Chance to turn in possession for Baek Sung-dong. Does so the second time he receives it. This one, So-eung. Hyun-so. Han Jae-jun. Big towering presence of Han Jae-jun. He's a physical striker. So far, Fox and Shuya Yamashita dealing with the threat. Min-jun. Hyun-so. Lee Dong-hyuk. Back. This one for Fox to deal with again. Goalkeeper reluctant to come off his line and deal with that. Spent a lot of time in the air. You could actually hear Shuya Yamashita say to his goalkeeper, I think you need to go for that. Was relying on his central defenders to help him out. It's a lovely turn from Baek Sung-dong. Fox had to flick it away. He's already heavily involved, the Australian, in central defence. For Tampines Rovers, 31-year-old. Joined the club in January of this year. He's playing in Finland with FC Lahti prior to his move to Singapore. There's another Australian, that's pro Potomitis, 29-year-old. Joined Pohang January of last year. Being given a few issues by Higashikawa, perhaps that lack of sharpness affecting him. Here's Yoshimoto. Get that away, Han Hyun-so. Puts it out for a throw into Tampines Rovers, who've looked threatening every time they've advanced with the ball. Their first group game against Kaya, FC Iloilo of the Philippines. Maximum points for the Singapore side from an away fixture in which they were so impressive from start to finish. Good control of the game. Came away with a 3-0 win thanks to 2 goals from Trent Bahagia and 1 from Takeshi Yoshimoto. Followed that up with a 2-1 win against PG Pathum United in the next game, which was also played here. It wasn't the most exciting of matches. Tampines did what they needed to do. Goals from Trent Bahagia and Higashikawa giving them that victory. Though they did have to hold on in the second half. Had a scare when Changtip Songkrasin scored a late goal for the away side. It really is an opportunity for them to build upon that positive start. And on the night, they've had a great start. Against the 3-time champions of Asia. 2 Asian Club Championship titles, 96-97 and 97-98 seasons. And an AFC Champions League title in 2009 for Pohang. Also finished second in the 2021 AFC Champions League season, losing to Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia in the final. Strong start for them in this tournament as well. 1-0 win against PG Pathum United away from home. Goal scored by Lee Dong-hyuk. 62% possession they managed in that contest. They had 16 shots, 7 of them on target. Lee Dong-hyuk for a cross this time around from the left wing back. Well, that dominance continued in the next game at home against KFC at 73% possession. And from that, they created 18 shots, 7 of them on target in that one as well. Here's another look at the opening goal from Hide Higashikawa. That's a brilliant finish, a great run, nice and strong. And he keeps his composure and his balance very nicely in the box. Tampines under a bit of pressure. Shah and Sumi are there to help sweep up. Higashikawa holds it up nicely against Jonathan Aspro Potamitis once more. And the referee has seen enough. He has struggled against the Japanese striker. Higashikawa winning those early battles, and Jonathan Aspro Potamitis will go into the book. Just 5 appearances in the K-League this season for the Australian. It's his 3rd start in this competition. Has now 21 AFC Club competition appearances in his career. (16 of those coming in AFC Champions League Elite. Shot not quite strong enough. Holds onto the jersey of An Jae-jun. Sets it out wide. Drilled into the 6-yard box. This time it's Shuya Yamashita gets it away. Dong-hyun. Hyun-so, 21-year-old central defender. Korea Republic under-23 international. Zahan in central defense alongside Aspro Potamitis. San Lee-dong-hee on the right-hand side of that back three. There's Kim Jong-woo. Plenty of experience that he brings to this side. In central midfield, very difficult to take possession of him. Come down this right-hand side again, looking to structure an attack. And closing ranks quickly, Tampines Rovers. Nice and disciplined. Off the ball, making sure they're working hard together as a unit, and they will have known this was always going to be the case coming into this matchup, as we have another look at Park Tae-ha. Also coached in China with Yan Bian Funda, with China's under-19 women's team. Prior to joining Pohang, he was the K-League Technical Committee chairman. Press line, win it back quickly. They've done so, the away side. Cross from deep. That's better from Shazwan Buhari. Nicely gathered. That will give his defense some confidence. Clean with the catch. There's one criticism of Pohang in this season's competition, is that perhaps they just haven't been clinical enough with the opportunities that they've had. Such has been their dominance. Been good in terms of the chance creation as well, but they haven't made the most of it. In fact, in that game against KFC, they needed an own goal to open the score in the 82nd minute. They got a second in at a time, thanks to Hwang So-ung. Potamitis. Kang Min-jun. It's looking to be an outlet. Out wide. Pohang Steelers using their wing-backs to stretch the pitch. Give and go, Bohajia had to track the run of Han Hyun-so. Fox Here comes the press. Samar Ali needs support. Take the throw in. Well, the frightening thing for the sides in this group is the fact that Pohang haven't used many of the regulars from the domestic league and haven't given opportunities to young players and fringe members of the squad in this competition. In spite of that, when you look at their overall performances, still comfortably the best side in the group. Zidong Hyop, Sumi. Takes it off him, hooked up to halfway by Bahajia. Taken down by Han Hyun So. Nice pro Potamitis. Quickly on to Kim Jong-woo. Zidong Hyop. Seeing a lot of ball on this left-hand side for Pohang Steelers. This is Kang Min-jun on the right, holding the touchline. Some good space centrally. Fox with the block on the attempt at a cutback from Kang. Fox, who is a former Central Coast Mariner, for Wellington Phoenix, also spent some time in Korean football with FC Anyang and played in the Indian Super League with Jamshedpur, Northeast United and FC Goa. He's been an important player for Tampines Rovers since joining the club. Sumi climbs well. Good defensive header, gets some distance on that. Yamashita, so getting height on his header. Jong-woo picks it up under some pressure, has to go back to Kang Min-jun. There's Yoon Pyong-guk in goal for Pohang Steelers, the 33-year-old. 2 clean sheets from his first 2 appearances in this competition. Joined the club in 2022. Hasn't been their number 1. Did make 80 league appearances in his first season. Otherwise, hasn't been a regular starter in goal for them. Potamaitis very nicely into Hwang Seo-ung. Back Sung-dong. Shifts it on to Kang. Lee Dong-hee. Potamaitis. Coming to go from one side of the pitch to the other. Fought this one well, Kim Jong-woo. Be a threat. The shots from outside the box. Taken off him by Shah Shahiran. Glenn Quay, ambitious. So he spotted the goalkeeper off his line and he was isolated, surrounded by red shirts. And Trent Bahajia making a run on the left-hand side. Try to pick him up. And quickly down the other end. Pohang, Fox in front of An Chae-jun. The second ball on with the effort blocked by Fox again. Fox in the box on the defensive side of things, getting in the way with some crucial interventions. Big shift required by the Tampines Rovers defense. So another corner for Pohang, 3rd one for them. 4 in total. The referee just seeing something that he wasn't too pleased with. Just letting the players know that he's on to them. He's given the warning. The outswinger, it's another header from Lee Dong-hee. There's been a threat from these deliveries. This time he has Fox with him, but perhaps not quite close enough to really trouble Lee Dong-hee. Thankfully for Tampines, it's straight down the middle. Comfortable for Shazwan in goal. Tampines Rovers have been in good form this season. Just 1 defeat from the 8 matches they've played ahead of this fixture. 5 wins, 2 draws in that time. Started the campaign with some silverware in the form of the Singapore Community Shield after beating the Lion City Sailors 4-1. And followed that up with a 3-1 win against Philippine side Cebu, the ASEAN Club Championship, for picking up their first draw of the season in a Singapore Premier League fixture against Geylang International. Then had back-to-back wins against Tanjung Pagar in the SPL, and then Kaya in the AFC Champions League Two opener. The only defeat of the season was against Selangor of Malaysia in the ASEAN Club Championship. They recovered from that with the 2-1 win against PG Patom United on matchday 2 of this competition. Their last outing was a 3-3 draw against Palesir Khalsa in the Singapore Premier League at the weekend. They conceded a late equaliser in the 18th minute of added time at the end of that match. Pretty controversial equaliser as well. Otherwise, it's been a very solid season for Tampines Rovers so far. Under new management, lots of changes at the club in the off-season. New chairman in Shungo Sakamoto, who was their vice chairman in 2024, replacing Desmond Ong in June of this year, after Ong had served as chairman since 2017. Also, a change in the head coaching role, 2 changes in fact. Akbar Nawaz initially coming in at the start of the season in place of Gavin Lee, who had been at the club for 5 years as the head coach. And Akbar Nawaz, in spite of his unbeaten start and that Community Shield win, only having 83 days in the job before being replaced by Noor Rahman, who was appointed in the middle of last month. It's been going well for Noor Rahman. Is fouled. Take the set piece. They do have good height in this side, Pohang. Tampines have been pretty solid defensively in this competition. Prior to conceding against PG Patom United, they kept 3 clean sheets in their last 3 games in this competition, 2 wins and a draw in that run, and haven't lost any of their last 4 in this tournament. And that's easy for Shazwan. Delivery too close to the goalkeeper. 3 wins and a draw for Tampines Rovers in that time. They were also unbeaten at home in last season's campaign. A couple of victories and a draw for them. Short of making it out of the group stage. 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats. Sumi trying to play their way out of trouble. That's that high press from Pohang. It's on once again. Just normally their style, Tampines Rovers. Quite comfortable and confident in possession. They might have to change things up a little bit against Pohang. Been very effective with their press. There's An, time to take it down, cleared off the line. Fox had to step back in there and get it away. Aspro Potomitis. Made 5 appearances in the AFC Champions League Elite last season for Pohang, the number 5 at the back for the K-League side. Hyun So. So-ung. Aspro Potomitis. He's got an interesting background, has a Bachelor of Management degree that he picked up while playing. He wants to stay in the game after retirement. Not really looking at a coaching role. On the management side of things, potentially as a director of football in the future. Still wants to keep going out on the pitch for as long as he can. You can completely understand playing professional football, one of the best jobs and you can have. Here's another look at this chance for An Jae-jun. Not a bad idea to try and just pass it in towards that far post. He's able to get away from his marker. Took a deflection on its way through, and Fox saw the threat, got on the goal line, helped it clear. Lee Dong-hyuk, Hyun-so. Back to Han. Joined Pohang Steelers at the start of this year after a spell with Tom-Yong University. He's been a young star getting important appearances for this side. He's taken full advantage of some injury issues in his position. The referee waving away appeals for a penalty. Quite clearly a foul committed by Kang Min-jung. He wasn't looking at the flight of the ball, and his eyes on Takeshi Yoshimoto all the way through. So Rahman will be pleased with the way things have gone so far. Just the one defeat. Has been with Tampines since February 2023. Initially an academy manager, then an assistant coach. He was also a former coach at Home United and the Lion City Sailors as well. Dong-hee for the early pass. Then the target was An Jae-jun. This time around it was Amirul Adli helping Yamashita. Shazwan floats it into Higashikawa. Takes it down well under pressure from Aspro Potomitis. Bahagia. Not a bad idea. The goalkeeper Yun was ready. Step up about that high defensive line. Lee Dong-hyuk stopped in his tracks by Glenn Quay. They'll build again from the back. Baek Sung-dong. Han. Aspro Potomitis to Kang Hyun-chae. In that 3-4-3, there's a lot of movement from Baek Sung-dong and Kang Hyun-chae in those half spaces. Lee Dong-hyuk, space for a cross. That's back. Was there a handball? Yes, there was. Tampines continue to frustrate Pohang. Baek Sung-dong. The touch onto his arm. The 34-year-old has been with Pohang since January 2023. Was a key player for them in his first two seasons. Has only made 6 appearances in K1 this season. 80 appearances overall for Pohang coming into this fixture. He was part of Korea Republic's squad that won bronze at the 2012 Olympics, which meant military exemption. One of his teammates in the Pohang Steelers setup, Ki Sung-yong, part of that squad. Also Jung Sung-ryung, Nam Tae-hee, Koo Ja-chol, Park Chu-young and Chi Dong-won amongst the members in that squad. Tampines Rovers gaining some territory here. Take the time in these situations, get perspective, no need to rush things. It's the first time in this contest that we've seen a poor touch from Hide Higashikawa. 23-year-old Japanese striker. Joined Tampines in July from Tochigi City, who play in J3. Made 9 J3 appearances for them this season before moving to Tampines. Scored his first Singapore Premier League goal against Balestier at the weekend. But he's now up to 6 goals in all competitions since joining Tampines. Big shout from Kang Min-jun. Referee plays the advantage. Han onto Lee Dong-hyuk. To Han Hyun-so. So-ung. To drop to try and link the play. 4 of them on this left-hand side. Often getting numbers in support of the player in possession. Might have been offside. Flag stayed down. Some appeals from the Japanese defense. Mashita's clearance comes off Fox. It will be another corner to Pohang. It's Kang with the cross. No issues with any potential offside. It was actually in the earlier passage of play where there was a run from Kang Hyun-jae. Might just have strayed offside as that was played forward. The flag stayed down, so play continued. Pohang can look to cause an issue. Change in the setup with the in-swinger this time. All around the goalkeeper, who does well to punch. Racking up the numbers, Pohang. The corners they've collected in this first half. 5 red shirts in the 6-yard box, just looking to get around Shazwan, who isn't tallest of goalkeepers. I have to say, when opposition sides do their research, they will be looking at that as a potential area to exploit. Only makes sense to do so. Gone with another in-swinger. Shazwan under pressure once again. Over his head. Fox with the head at the back post. Potamitis keeps it alive. Gets a shot away. Not much power on that. Easy for Shazwan. They're trying to protect him with those in-swinging deliveries. Putting black and yellow shirts around Shazwan as much as they can. You can see why Pohang are changing that approach with the deliveries. For those in-swingers now. That cause a problem for Shazwan Buhari. That one went right over his head. Tampines Rovers fans and their players not too happy with the official not awarding a free kick. They felt there was a tug on the jersey of Glenn Quay as he was breaking through. Hyun-so. Dong-hyuk. His pass inside, cut out by Higashikawa. Central striker working very hard for Tampines out of possession. And when they have it as well, he's always been available for that out ball. Yamashita has to get across, times his challenge well. Possession stays with the away side. Here's back. Back Sung-dong. Lee Dong-hyuk back to Han Hyun-so. Potamitis. The best of passes out wide. Had Joel Chu on his back. So, Joel Chu in place of Koya Kazama, who's been a big chance creator for Tampines Rovers this season. Brings a lot of experience to this side as well. He only played 1 half in the domestic league fixture against Balestier at the weekend. Picked up an injury, not quite fit enough for this contest. Will miss that quality of Kazama in terms of the distribution and his deliveries from set pieces and from crosses. Kazama, the 32-year-old, with 3 goals and 5 assists already for Tampines in his 8 appearances for them. To make do without him. No huge huge problems so far. A lot of possession for Pohang. They've had opportunities. Nothing yet that has really caused concern for Tampines Rovers. Quick 1-2s. Just on the top of Tampines box. Opportunity break. Higashikawa gets on his bike. Yoshimoto. Get the pass into that channel. Telegraphed that. It was read well by Lee Dong-hee. Just stepped in to put it out for a throw-in. Five shots for Pohang Steelers. 3 of them on target. Lee Dong-hee. Portomitis. Closer and closer towards half-time. Tampines taking this first half in those blocks. Ashikawa, the only goal of this contest so far. Just 16 seconds on the clock, and he put that past Yun Pyongguk. Long pass over the top and caused a problem for Aspro Potamitis, who's on a yellow card as well. All sorts of problems by Hide Higashikawa. It's Baek Sung-dong. Floated out wide into Kang Min-jun. 78% possession for Pohang Steelers. Jun just stepping outside from the opposition area to try and get involved before making a charge back inside. They're looking to flood the opposition box with red shirts. Kim Jong-woo. Yun-so. His attempt at a cross. Charged down by Glenn Quay. A lovely turn. And a Singapore international spins away very nicely. Release Higashikawa, fighting to win it back from the Australian central defender. Aspro Potamitis. Tampines will take that. Shah takes it quickly. It's a bit of a waste for Tampines Rovers. And he spotted Bahagia to make a run on the left. Isn't enough accuracy on that ball. In hindsight, it would have been better for them just to hold it up. Either way, a few more seconds. Give that defense a chance for a breather. Worked incredibly hard, this Tampines Rovers side in this first half. They're almost there in terms of going into the break with the lead. Hung up to 79% possession. 405 passes that they've made prior to this one from Lee Dong-hee. Hyuk with the cross. Bahagia, Higashikawa, lovely work. Chu, Higashikawa. He's got Bahagia in support. The only one up there for Tampines Rovers at the moment. Has to hold it up. Joel Chu slows it down for the moment. Yoshimoto, not a bad idea under the circumstances. Minimum of 2 minutes to be added on. Fox. Shah temporarily at the left back as Yoshimoto drifts inside. Given away by Tampines. Baek Sung-dong. Closed down quickly by Amirul Adli. Jong-woo. 6 shots from Pohang in this first half. 4 of them have been on target. Tampines with 2 efforts, both on target. 1 goal on the board. Fox. Very nicely read again. Defender for Tampines Rovers. Such a solid first half. Some big interventions. Deny Pohang Steelers. Higashikawa, aside from that goal, which would have given him a whole lot of confidence, has been so involved for the Singapore side. Always offering that outlet. Happy to take the challenges, hold it up, ease the pressure on his side. He's enjoying himself out there, despite that grimace on his face and the shake of the head. Committed by Bahagia on Lee Dong-hee. Captain of the side this evening. 25-year-old. Joined Pohang from Bucheon in February of 2024. Formerly with Ulsan HD, but didn't make a senior appearance for them. That's the halftime whistle from the referee. A solid defensive showing from Tampines Rovers after a very early goal from Hide Higashikawa. Finding the back of the net just 16 seconds into this contest. Shaking off the challenge from Jonathan Aspro Portomitis. Dylan Fox has been impressive at the back. And they have hung on, clean sheet intact at the break. Tired faces out there. Tampines Rovers will get a deserved break. Pohang Steelers with some work to do as they try and unlock this stubborn Tampines defensive shape. Second half still to come, but at halftime here at Bishan, Tampines Rovers 1, Pohang Steelers 0.
And this year, even best airline universe, world's best business class, best business class lounge. And yes, still a Skytrax 5-star airline. That's a lot of best. And none of it happens without the best passengers. Thank you for flying with us. And for voting, we go further because of you.
Everyone's crazy about football. But boxing, that's a never-ending game of tennis. One wrong move, game over. Tennis, a marathon with a racket. When it goes wrong, you become your own worst enemy. I came for football, I stay for more.
Welcome back to Bishan Stadium here in Singapore for this Group H fixture in the AFC Champions League Two 2025-26 season. This is match day 3. And it's Tampines Rovers FC of Singapore up against AFC Pohang Steelers of Korea Republic. If you're just joining us, welcome along to our coverage. A very early goal, just 16 seconds in, from Higashikawa. Is the difference between these two sides. Higashikawa scoring his second goal of this season's competition. And defended well in that first half, Tampines Rovers, and we're looking to do the same in this second. We're expecting a big response from Pohang Steelers. No hanging about from Pak Teha. He's making 2 changes. Cho Sang-hyuk, number 99, is coming on, as is the hugely experienced Kim In-sung. Baek Sung-dong, one of the players coming off. Confirmation on who that other player is in just a bit. He's looking for more incision, more precision in attack. 77% possession in that first half. Did Pohang. Managed 6 shots, 4 of them on target. All 6 shots were inside the box. Nothing that really caused too much concern for Shazwan Buhari. There is Kim In-sung, AFC Champions League winner with Ulsan HD back in 2020. To get the second half underway. Pohang Steelers going from left to right on your screens, playing in the red and white up against the black and yellow of Tampines Rovers. Going from right to left, Kim In-sung has come on for Kang Min-jun. Baek Sung-dong has been replaced by the number 99, Cho Sang-hyuk, as Pohang Steelers look for a response in this second half. They were frustrated in the first. Lots of their attacks repelled. A solid Tampines Rovers defensive effort as a team. But Dylan Fox, number 16 in central defense, was especially impressive. Kim In-sung almost found himself playing in the Singapore Premier League with the Lion City Sailors back in 2021. Kim Do-hoon joined the club after his exploits with the Ulsan HD. He wanted to bring a few of his players in with him to the Lion City Sailors. Kim In-sung was one of them, along with the Yun Bin Karam. A couple of players who were very interested. Kim In-sung recently spoke of how interested he was in moving to the Lion City Sailors. He spoke to a number of people about coming to Singapore. The move from the Sailors, it's just a little bit too late, as he'd already agreed to join Seoul Eland in K2. He's finally in Singapore with Pohang Steelers to get themselves back into this game. Kim Jong-woo, still away from Higashikawa. Glenn Quay. Tampines will be looking for these opportunities on the counter-attack. Got lots of pace, willing runners going forward. That's a clever pass out wide by Joel Chu into Bahajia. That support from Yoshimoto on the inside, couldn't find him. Fox helps it along. It's gone straight to Kim Jong-woo. There's Cho Sang-hyuk. It's his first effort of this match on target. Forces a save from Shazwan Buhari. 21-year-old striker. 0.9 meters tall. They've got 2 big centre forwards in the side now, Cho Sang-hyuk and An Jae-jun. They're going to stay close to the penalty area, especially the number 99, Cho Sang-hyuk. Joined Pohang's academy in 2020, went to university in 2023, rejoined Pohang at senior level in January of this year. He is a huge talent, Cho Sang-hyuk. Really is trusted at the club, has been given some good minutes. It's off Kim In-sung, out for a goal kick. 36-year-old Kim In-sung. So we'll look at Pak Teha. legend at Pohang Steelers, recently renewed his contract all the way to 2028. Took them to FA Cup glory last season. Pohang Steelers are back-to-back for an FA Cup titles in 2023 and 2024. The last time they won the domestic league was all the way back in 2013. Similar sort of story with the Tampines Rovers. Their last Singapore Premier League title was also in 2013. And both these clubs have won 5 of their domestic league championships. That's Cho Sang-hyuk. Onto the jersey of Shuya Yamashita. Referee was okay with that. Potamaitis gets it through the lines into Kang Hyun-jae. Here's Kim In-sung. Goes past Yoshimoto. Seeing a lot of the ball since his introduction is Kim In-sung. Space to whip across into the area. Sega Sumi heads it back out to Kim In-sung. Hong So-eung. It's Lee Dong-hee. Potamaitis. Higashikawa again, just getting in the way. Given away by Joel Chu. Kang. Kim In-sung. And Yoshimoto again. Easily away from one. Pass 2 with the effort. Good save from Shazwan. Picks up the rebound as well. Kim In-sung immediately showing his quality and making an impact with his introduction for this second half. Got away from Yoshimoto and then from Joel Chu. Find an effort on target. Shazwan had to make a really good save. Plenty of power behind that strike. Kim In-sung, even at 36, still a key player for Pohang. MDK League, 30 appearances this season, 3 goals, 3 assists. This is his 118th appearance for Pohang Steelers since joining in January 2023. Yamashita flicks it away. Picked up by Kim In-sung. Another first-time effort. Kang Hyun-jae. Much more of a straightforward save for Shazwan Buhari. Hong So-eung. Kim Jong-woo. Cross from deep, looking for Cho Sang-hyuk. Just in behind him, Fox declare. Bahajia brings it back. Here's Trent Bahajia. The 2-on-3 was he fouled right in front of the referee. It's going to be a yellow card for Hwang So-eung. 2 bookings in this match. Both have gone to Pohang players. That's Pro Potamaitis in the first half. Hong So-eung in the second. 20-year-old central midfielder. The Korea Republic under-19 international. Pohang Steelers youth product. Hong So-eung from under-12 level. Promoted to the senior side in January of last year. Confirmation of his booking. Has been trusted with more minutes this season. 10 appearances in the top flight. Scored a goal against Kaya FC of the Philippines. Tends to come off the bench. Getting the start for this fixture. Glenn Quay. If it was a more assured first touch, it would have been a problem for Pohang Steelers. A good run in behind that back line. Lee Dong-hee, Kim In-sung. Back into defensive shape very quickly, Tampines Rovers. Nice and compact between the lines. Almost a 4-2-4. A very deep 4-2-4. It's up to Pohang Steelers to try and break them down. There's Kim In-sung. Fox in the way of that effort. There's enough power or direction on that from Kim In-sung. Bahajia. Glenn Quay had made a run, but pass was delayed, so just straight to an offside position. Had to reset. Takes it back from Glenn Quay. The cutback was on into Higashikawa. Bahagia, who's still going to scoop it towards the back post. Not a good final ball in the end from Trent Bahagia after some nice work on the break from Tampines Rovers. There you go, the outlet for the cutback was there into Higashikawa. It was a good run from the striker, actually, to peel away. He's picked out by his teammate, Trent Bahagia, who came through in the A-League in Australia. 27-year-old who played for Australia at under-23 level, but has 3 senior caps for Malta. Played in the A-League with Sydney FC, Central Coast Mariners, and Newcastle. Had a short spell in Italy's Serie B with Brescia, where he didn't play much. Another change for Pohang. It is Cho Jae-hoon, who is coming on for Lee Dong-hyuk. He's done for the night. Fresh legs in the left wing-back position in the form of Cho Jae-hoon. Cho Jae-hoon, who also came off the bench to make an impact against Kaya FC. It was his cross that was diverted into goal by Kanshu Yamazaki of Kaya FC. In the 82nd minute of that match, Pohang struggling to find a breakthrough in spite of all their dominance in that fixture. Until late on, went on to get another. Finished that one off by 2-0. Another cross from out wide, and it's another header away by Dylan Fox. Higashikawa can't get it overhead of Lee Dong-hee. Kim In-sung. Kang Hyun-jae. Fox stabs it away. Cho Chu needed to hold on to that. The danger here for Tampines Rovers is that physically they will start to struggle. Although in terms of freshness overall, you'd think that they would have the advantage, having just started their season. 8 matches in, this is their 9th match of the campaign. Pohang Steelers, on the other hand, are coming towards the end of their season. It's Kim In-sung. So down Shah and Sumi, the 2 central midfielders, in their own penalty area, as they've been for most of this match. Shah Shahir, the 25-year-old Singapore international, making his 22nd AFC club competition appearance. 9 of them in AFC Champions League Two now. To his 7th season at the club over 2 spells. The defensive setup, again looking to protect Shazwan as another in-swinger is put into the box. Dylan Fox gets it away. Another corner for Pohang. Looking at the 7th corner of this match. Another reminder for the players in the 6-yard box, just in front of Shazwan Buhari. Quite clearly, you can hear the referee telling the players you can't go and stand in front of the goalkeeper, so he's just telling them to watch out. You can't say they haven't been warned. Joong with the delivery. It's going to break into the box. Good chance for Lee Dong-hee. Came to him pretty quickly. Big opportunity for Pohang to get the equalizer. To his left foot, couldn't hit the target. Lee Dong-hee. 14 appearances in the Korean top flight this season. Was suspended for the last league game. Bahagia, lovely ball. Drilled forward into Glenn Quay. Joel Chu in the area. Higashikawa on the far post. And it's Glenn Quay who backs himself with the effort. And he was leading back a little bit too much as he hit that one, the number 11. Joel Chu, who made the run into the box. He wanted that pass from Glenn Quay. There's the right winger trying to make something happen for his side. Very quick, very direct is Glenn Quay. He's been with Tampines Rovers since January of 2023 and been a key player, making his 85th appearance for the club since joining. Yet to score in the continental competitions he's taken part in. But he did score twice from off the bench at the weekend in the Singapore Premier League against Balestier Khalsa. That dramatic 3-3 draw. Coming into this game with confidence. Jong-woo quickly on. Kim In-sung. Dangerous ball in. Shuya Yamashita had to deal with it. Will be the 8th corner for Pohang Steelers, and while they're setting up for that, another change. Lee Kyo-min. He's going to be replacing Kang Hyun-jae. So Lee Kyo-min is on. Park Tae-ha has been proactive in making the changes. He's not wasted any time. Dangerous ball into the box, this time with the outswinger. Might have been a tug on the jersey. Again, the referee quite happy to allow that to continue. Possession will stay with the away side. K-League season for Pohang beginning on the 15th of February. Just as they were coming towards the end of their participation in last season's AFC Champions League Elite. Now left with 5 games on the domestic league. One which has been won by Jeonbuk at Akanta. All those 5 games for Pohang taking place after the league was split into 2 halves of 6 for the championship and relegation rounds to determine the final placings. Set up over in the K-League to most other leagues across the world of football. So Yoshimoto had to be careful. Kept his discipline, didn't barge into the back of the number 12, Cho Jae-hoon. Kim Jong-woo. It's Kim Jong-woo. Hwang So-eung. Pro Portomatis. Lee Kyo-min. Shifting over onto that left-hand side. If they can keep that one in play. It actually allows it to run up for a throw-in. Kim Jong-woo. First time shot. I think he had a lot more time there than he realized. An Jae-jun. A lot more composed in those situations is An. That, plenty of space, could have taken a touch. Turned himself towards goal and had a better effort. 24-year-old. 2019 was the under-18 player of the year. Won a gold medal with Korea Republic at the 2023 Asian Games. Back to that as the shot is blocked. This time it's Shuya Yamashita sliding across to deny Cho Sang-hyuk. Nice run. Just in behind Fox, and that's why you have your central defensive partner covering. Jong-woo with the delivery. It's met the head of Lee Dong-hee. It's the third time in this contest that he's been able to meet those deliveries from the corners, Lee Dong-hee. He's found the target twice. That time he had Fox. Close attendance. Just doing enough to force him into that header wide. Just very quickly with An Jae-chun at the gold medal at the Asian Games, meaning he's exempted from the usual military service. Some privileges in that regard. Yoshimoto taking the contact from that late challenge. Kim Jong-woo. Bahajia sweeps it out to Quay. Some joy with the space he's been finding himself in on that side of the pitch. And Quay with the header, trying to get it into Bahajia again. And Hyun-soo. A delayed whistle from the referee. Awarding the free kick to Pohang after that foul from Sega Sumi on Cho Sang-hyuk. Sega Sumi, who is a very good passer and he covers ground well for Tampines Rovers. One of the new signings at this club, joining in July of this year. Former Nagoya Grampus under-18 player on loan with Tampines from J1 side, Fagiano Okayama. It's his first season playing senior football. It's Potamitis to Han Hyun-soo. Ikumin. Oh, lovely flick in behind. Nice idea from Cho Sang-hyuk. The run of Kim Jong-woo, but they need these moments of invention to try and break down what has been a very stubborn Tampines defense. Another booking for Pohang Steelers is the captain Lee Dong-hee, who picks up the yellow card. Lovely work from Hide Higashikawa through the legs. Grabs a hold of that jersey. Referee didn't have much of a choice. No complaints from Lee Dong-hee. He knows he was well beaten by Hide Higashikawa. Glenn Quay. It's good defending from An Hyun-soo. Not so good with the second bit. Nice recovery from Glenn Quay. Tampines Rovers are getting ready to make a change themselves. Jacob Mahler, Singapore international central midfielder, about to come on. Can get some energy into the middle of the park. They love another goal. Yoshimoto! I think to provide it. Good block from Espro Potamitis. It's Cho Sang-hyuk. It's being held up by Sega Sumi. It's another foul. I had a talking to earlier, Sega Sumi. He's quickly fouled Cho Sang-hyuk again. So that change is coming. A bit of confusion here with the substitution as we have another look at this effort from Yoshimoto. Good block. Pohang's number 5. Yoshimoto, who has 1 goal in this competition. Loves to get forward. Here's Kim In-sung. Look at that burst of pace. Touch from Sega Sumi. Diverts it into the path of Shazwan Buhari. Higashikawa with a bump into Espro Potamitis. There was always going to be a whistle from the referee. He was actually looking at the central defender as he was running into that space, was Higashikawa. Quite an obvious bump into the Australian central defender. That's Cho Jae-hoon. Higashikawa. Samuel Utley not going to be given too much time in possession. Pohang will be looking to keep the pressure on. Keep the pace of play up. They're getting ready to make another change. Sumi. Kim In-sung. Kim Jong-woo lets it go with the dummy. Cho Jae-hoon with the effort that was blocked. Yoshimoto, Bohajia struggling to get out from their own half now, Tampines Rovers. As Kim In-sung getting past Samuel Utley. Oh, that's a shame. That heavy touch. He did the hard part very well, beating his defender, and then it opened up for him, but the heavy touch took it out for a goal kick. Tampines survive another onslaught from Pohang Steelers. Lee Dong-hee is coming off, and he will be replaced by number 90, Kim Dong-min. So looking at potentially a change in shape here for Pohang Steelers as well. Tampines Rovers are, instead of making that one change, are thinking about a triple change now. Higashikawa pops up into a lovely pocket of space, as does Joel Chu. Has to wait for support. Bahajia wants it, gets it on the overlap. Yoshimoto, the cutback. Bahajia, what a chance for Tampines. Big opportunity for the Singapore side to extend the lead. Left unmarked in the opposition area. Lovely work on the break from Tampines. Well picked out by Yoshimoto with the cutback. He had so much time there as well. He didn't need to take it with his first touch. Could have set himself for a better effort at goal. Might have been curtains for Pohang Steelers had that one gone in. Hyun-soo played through, but Sumi is there to win it for Tampines. Higashikawa crowded out by red shirts. Pohang Steelers with the counter press. The moment they lose it, want to win it back quickly. Glenn Quay, tired tug of the jersey, gets away with that. Here's Ikumin. Nothing tired about that challenge from Yoshimoto. Here's the triple change coming up for Tampines Rovers. Two players down, struggling with cramps. Sega Sumi and Glenn Quay being told by the referee to get off quickly. So the two of them will be coming off, Glenn Quay and Sega Sumi. Not a bad performance from Glenn Quay once again. Backed himself to have a goal. Shot that was placed well wide. Here comes Jacob Mahler. Hasn't been the easiest of times for him, Jacob Mahler. Back in Singapore football after a spell in Thailand. Had a serious knee injury that he had to overcome. Kept him out for a long time. Slowly making his way, trying to get a few more regular minutes with the Tampines Rovers. Forrest Rumley, hugely experienced Singapore international winger, is on as well, as is Saifullah Akbar, who is the son of Tampines' former coach, Akbar Nawaz. Yoshimoto. It was interesting in those situations. Coach, who is your father, getting let go by the club, but you're still at the club. Saifullah, who perhaps hasn't really been getting the minutes that I think he would have liked in terms of regular starts. He's getting an opportunity here now. Help his team out in a big match. Getting the trust of Noor Rahman. Plenty of experience in his time as a player. Of appearances in the AFC Champions League back in 2010 with Singapore Armed Forces FC. So AFC match experience on the international level with Singapore. Joel Chu also off. He was replaced by Faris Ramli. He's just returned from a hamstring injury. It's Faris. Higashikawa. He'll keep going. There's Faris. Tricky, speedy winger is Faris Ramli. 91 international appearances for Singapore. Had some fitness issues in pre-season. Came back in a match and picked up a hamstring injury, but he's back into it now. He's got space on that right side. Shah ignores him, goes down the middle for Higashikawa. Good goalkeeping. As Faris tries to catch the goalkeeper off his line with that effort. Making his 74th appearance for Tampines. Has 26 goals, 23 assists in his time at the club. And this is his 25th AFC club competition appearance. Aspro Potomitis. Whipped in, good ball into the box, first time shot. Not a bad effort from Kim Jong-woo, who's also starting to struggle with a bit of cramp as well. As they've done all evening, putting their bodies in the way. This time the block was from Yoshimoto. Kim Dong-min looking for the delivery. Good pace on that. Punched away by Shazwan. He punched it straight to Cho Sang-hyuk. Came to him too quickly. There's Cho Sang-hyuk with the header. Much better from Shazwan. It's his first season as a senior professional. It's a very good scoring record at under 18 level. Cho Sang-hyuk. And also scored 3 goals in 3 appearances for Korea Republic's under-23 side in AFC under-23 Asian Cup qualifying earlier last month. All 3 of those goals scored against Laos. Rahman just reminding his players to get narrow, to get compact. Doesn't mind it going out wide. It's a great challenge from Buhagia. Perfectly timed, with fury as well. Faris, intelligent pass to release Buhagia. Saifullah with the charge forward. Followed by Buhagia. It's for more support. Shimoto into Shah. He's taking the opportunity to slow it down. Fox back to Shazwan. Namashita. Faris. Decent touch, almost gave it away. Gets it back. Then looks out wide to Buhagia. Yoshimoto cleverly into Buhagia. He's onside. Flag stays down. Good ball into the box. Higashikawa doesn't catch his effort cleanly. Wobbles into the arms of Yoon Pyong-guk. Another great chance for Tampines Rovers to put this to bed. And they haven't, so still plenty of life left in this one. The Pohang Steelers, who've been dominant in their 3 matches in this competition, in terms of the possession and the chance creation, looking for the breakthrough. Haven't always been able to turn that dominance into goals. Just 3 scored coming into this one. Could they get their 4th? Forrest had to get there. He was fouled by Kim Dong-min. And the substitutes doing their part. His turn to put his body on the line. Forrest Ramliu joined Tampines in January of 2023. After 2 years at the Lion City Sailors. There's another look at Lee Kyo-min. Gonna do some damage on the outside. Crossing for Cho Jae-hoon. Couldn't get contact on it. Shazwan being reminded by the referee to get on with things. Goalkeeper and Tampines captain. 33, only 22nd of last month. Higashikawa. Well, he wanted the free kick to go his way initially. A bit of frustration perhaps that it didn't quite get the initial call. He has fouled Han Hyun-soo. He's starting to struggle with cramp now, Higashikawa. It's no surprise, the work rate, the intensity that he's played at. Something for Norama to think about. He's going to try and keep him on for as long as he can, but he does have Talan Dao getting ready on the bench. Just to keep his strikers chasing from the front. Kim Dong-min launches it forward. It's good work from An Jae-jun. Lee Kyo-min going to take control of it. Bahaja on the break. He still looks fresh, Trent Bahaja. As there's Shah Shahiran on his outside. Goes into Saifullah. Shot easily blocked by Huang. Song. He's run that straight into touch. That's Cho Jae-hoon. Here's that change. It is Hide Higashikawa. One of the man of the match nominees for Tampines Rovers from their perspective. Could be him, could be Dylan Fox. Take your pick. Scoring the only goal of this match, just 16 seconds on the clock. Excellent work all evening. And he has quite literally worked his socks off. Higashikawa. Down around his ankles. Here's another look at the goal. A long time ago now. Too strong, too quick for Aspro Potamitis. And the presence of mind and the composure to still finish after that. From a tight angle. Adroitly done by Hide Higashikawa. So it's a turn of Talan Dao to play his part for the Singapore side as they look to hold on to this. Lee Kyo-min, tough one for him to keep in play. Well, have Pohang Steelers underestimated Tampines Rovers with the side that they sent out to Singapore, playing without the top scorer Lee Ho-jae, without Obadan, without Hoa Teixeira, without Ki Sung-yong, just to name a few of their stars, their regular starters on the domestic front. They are still in contention for a continental spot for next season. 4th in the K-League. 4 points off the top 3 going into that split. Won their last game 2-1 against FC Seoul. Still time to turn things around in this contest. Scored late goals against Kaya FC to win that match. Gonna have to do so again to turn this around against Tampines Rovers. Fox goes up with Cho Sang-hyuk and Shah. He just wasn't taking any chances, Shah Shahiran. It's almost with what looks like a scorpion kick over his own goal to concede a corner. 10 of them for Pohang Steelers. They put Tampines under some pressure with these deliveries. Kim Dong-min, the other out swinger. Mahler gets it wide. Back out to Kim Dong-min again. Lovely ball in. Fox, a big header away. Here's Faris. Talandao leading the charge, makes a run. Buhaja instead goes to Saifullah. Saifullah. Back to Shah. Lovely diagonal from Shah. And a brilliant ball out to Faris. Too much elevation on that cross for now. Well, coming from that was Pohang's 11th corner. Incredible as we come into the 85th minute of this match. Tampines Rovers of Singapore leading by a goal to nil against three-time Asian champions Pohang Steelers. That can all change very quickly. Fox in the way of that shot from Lee Kyu-min. Seconds ticking away. When that goal was scored, I remember saying there's a long way to go in this contest. Not much time left for Pohang Steelers. Mahler had to time that well. Here's Cho Jae-hoon. Tries to dance pass. Fox stands strong again in the challenge. Mahler out for a throw-in. Taken quickly. Tug of the jersey, has to be careful. Shah holding on to the jersey of Kim Jong-woo. Lee Kyu-min away from Saifullah. Ripped in with plenty of pace, but too much height. Shuhei Yamashita saying to Saifullah, just get it away. Don't allow crosses to come in. And at every opportunity, they will try and slow things down. Just doing the professional thing here. Tampines. Another minute down, another minute closer to a massive win for them and for Singapore football. And in the context of the group, we'll put them 3 clear of Pohang Steelers and give them the advantage in the head-to-heads ahead of that return meeting. Back-to-back fixtures against the Korean side for Tampines Rovers. And 3 wins from 3, if they can manage it, would represent an incredible start to their campaign. Still some work to do yet. Lee Kyu-min, Kim Dong-min, trying to press with their attackers here, and Dao and Saifullah. Fresh legs. Still, they get pinned back. Buhaja steps out. Clever. Saifullah. So many big performances from Tampines Rovers. Big switch from Kim Dong-min. Kim In-sung takes it down. Heavy touch, gives Amirul Adli the opportunity to put it out for a throw-in. Lovely play from Kim Jong-woo. Cho Jae-hoon. And across from D. Shazwan gets there and gets there well. Cho Sang-hyuk was waiting to pounce, looking to meet the delivery from out wide. Denied by Shazwan Buhari. Put themselves under pressure again. Given straight back to Pohang. 88 minutes gone. Hong So-eung. Onto Lee Kyu-min. Playing with his head up. Can he pick out a teammate? Yes, he can. Dangerous headed out by Kim In-sung. But Fox is there. Importantly, it's a black and yellow shirt that meets that header down. And this could be the moment for Tampines. Bahadja. Oh, too much for him now. I tell you what, Aspro Potamitis with an excellent recovery. Great turn of pace. You're normally backing Bahadja in those situations to step on the gas and push into the area. He was held up by Aspro Potamitis, and the chance is gone. Pohang down the other end. Shah acrobatically sends it away, looking for Trent Bahadja. Shah again. He's been everywhere. Yoshimoto. Bahadja. Another break for Tampines. Forrest on the outside. Bahadja goes on his own! Just wide by Trent Bahadja. A wonderful, wonderful contest this has been. Just the one goal in it, but chances galore. And Trent Bahadja, who went all on his own, set up for the finish. Turning away from Hwang So-ung, and just the keeper to beat, Yoon Pyong-guk. How about that for a save? I thought Bahadja had put that wide. It's going to be a booking here for Talandao. First yellow card for a Tampines Rovers player. And they'll hold it up. Oh, great work from Ndao. He'll make the right decision. Now he runs into a defender, and Pohang come away with it. Hwang So-ung pushing red shirts forward, but the black and yellow matching them stride for stride at the moment. Minimum of 5 minutes. Mahler keeps the pressure on, and he makes absolutely sure that goes out for a goal kick. Another change for Tampines Rovers, and it's going to be Taufik Suparno on for Trent Bahadja. Had the chance to make it safe after some great work in the lead up to that opportunity. Bahadja, a strong effort from him tonight. And it's Taufik Suparno, who is a super sub for Tampines Rovers. Can he get a late goal? I can guarantee you he will be told by his coaching staff to go out there and keep running. And if you can, get on the end of a chance. Here is Taufik Suparno. Goes to Forrest! Saved! Oh, wow! Tampines with the chances to kill this one off. Can Pohang punish them? Cho Sang-hyuk, he wants the free kick. Clean challenge. Mahler has to get red. Nuts in the back. They will absolutely take that. They're going after Cho Sang-hyuk. He's just frustrated. And the sensible thing to do here for Tampines Rovers is to just relax. Excellent work from Mahler. Helping to defend. Got his head up. Saw the challenge coming in from behind. And the release took the contact. It's a booking for Cho Sang-hyuk. November 6th, 2024, the last time that Tampines Rovers lost a continental game of football. That was a 3-2 defeat away to Namdin in last season's competition. Here's another look at a glorious chance for Faris Ramli to finish this one off. Any sort of direction on that, aside from straight down the middle, and there would have been 2-0, and this game done and dusted. There is still time for the away side. At this level, there is no giving up. Flicked on by Cho Sang-hyuk. Cho Jae-hoon, Kim In-sung. Can he come up with a special moment? Not for right now. Goes out to Lee Kyu-min. Outside of Yoshimoto, Yamashita puts it out. I want to get on with this quickly. Kim Dong-min goes for the long throw. Taufik with the header. Pohang still in possession. Ball floated in. Shazwan, safe hands. Almost there. Pohang's last defeat on the continental stage was to Malaysia's Johor Darul Tazim on the 18th of February this year. A 5-2 defeat for Pohang at a venue which isn't too far away from here. Only about 53 kilometers if you take a drive, and if the traffic conditions are good, under an hour you can get there by road at the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium. That was JDT's night. Could this be for Tampines Rovers what could very well be the biggest result for them on the continental stage? Moments away from a huge win against the three-time champions of Asia. It's not done yet. Another attack for Pohang. It is now! Tampines Rovers pick up the 3 points. They've made history. A Singaporean club have beaten a side from Korea Republic. And it's not just any side, it is the mighty Pohang Steelers. They have been humbled here at Bishan Stadium. Tampines Rovers stay perfect in the AFC Champions League Two 2025-26 season. Dylan Fox, a rock at the back. Hide Higashikawa, who scored the opening goal just 16 seconds in. And they held on all the way through. There could have been more for Tampines Rovers. That's no exaggeration. But they will have to settle for just the 1 goal tonight. And that 1 goal is enough to give them the win against Pohang Steelers, who will be looking to recover and respond in the return leg at home. A brilliant result for Tampines Rovers. It finishes here at Bishan Stadium. Tampines Rovers 1, Pohang Steelers 0.